Jimmy D, man, fan. Hip hop was good. This is the DagogetaTv. I'm your guy, Demi D, Mr. Everywhere. You never there. I'm back with another episode of On Deck with Demi. Got a dope guest today. We out in the Bronx, New York City. You already know. Got the guy Pro Dillinger. What's good, my G?
Chillin', bro. Same shit, you know.
Another day.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me come out here. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, you know.
Nah, let's do it. Yo, appreciate you pulling up. You know, this is where hip hop lives. You know, we do it for the culture here.
No
I'm
doubt.
happy to have you on. You're an artist that I kind of got familiar with, I want to say, in the last couple of years or so. I know you've been grinding for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the last couple of years, we got to chop it up last year at a show. So, you know, I'm glad to have you on.
Appreciate you being having me here, bro.
So I'm gonna start with something that's cliche. You know what I mean? I know this gets asked a million times, but this is for the audience right here, and this is for the culture. What does hip hop mean to you?
Everything, bro. You know, it changed my life. It's my job now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like right now I'm in a position where, you know, I'm able to take care of my bills and take care of my kids off of this shit. So it's like, you know, I'm blessed, bro. I'm really blessed, bro. I put a lot of time and practice into what I do. I did it for a long time for free. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And you know, now you know, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. And
I do want to touch on that, B. I want to touch on your grind, the catalog, you know, what you've been the work you've been putting in. But I do want to start with what do you have going on this year? Because I know you work consistently and you put out a lot of projects. So
yeah.
What do you have going on this year?
I'm just working on multiple projects at the same time, you know what I mean? One day I might do a song for this one day I might do a song for that one. And
features and stuff?
Yeah, of course, a lot of features, you know, that's all the time though, you know what I mean? I like a lot of people reach out to me for features from different countries and stuff like that, and it's easy to get lost in that shit. Sometimes you get swamped, you know, like, so sometimes I gotta do a better job at saying no. You know what I mean? Like
just to give yourself a break, or just the time consuming?
Yeah, just to so that it's easier for me to catch up on things I already have to do.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if it keeps piling,
then I'm just always behind the 8 ball. Yeah. So I'd rather, like, you know, I take a certain amount of features and I'll be like, all right, you know, I'm chilling and I'll get them shits done and then I'll start doing them again. You know, this year been good to me as far as features. You know. So I kind of want to keep that momentum going, so I am, you know.
Any particular project you want them to look out for this year?
Yeah, I just finished up with Godblessbeatslz. You know what I mean? I'm working on a couple other things right now, but I don't want to say too much.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, Godblessbeatslz, me and him locked in like a couple months ago, and everything's done. It's getting mixed and mastered right now. We got the art together for it.
Yeah, I love your artwork too, man.
Thank you, bro. We got the vinyl situation and the physical situation all set up. So, you know, be on the lookout for that this year. Okay,
y'all heard it here, man. Stay tuned. And in the meantime, you know, you got plenty of work you could check out. You know what I'm saying? Catalog is official. So let's start with your history, man. Rockland County in the building.
Yes, sir.
I mean, let them know, talk to them.
Man.
So I ain't no front, man. I'm from the town, from New York. I mean, shout out to Jersey too, but I'm not really familiar with Rockland, though, man. I'm like 45 minutes.
Okay,
past. So it's closer than all that other shit. Man.
Yeah, I'm right past Westchester County.
Okay, so you right there, kind of shit. Okay.
Right across the Tappan Zee Bridge or right across the GW. You know what I'm saying? Like it took me like 45 minutes to drive down here today.
Bet.
So I'm not too far. I'm always out here anyway. So it's like it don't feel like I'm going out my way to get down here.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm literally right there.
Yeah. So how was the town though? How was the area? Was it is it when you were coming up? Was it integrated?
Oh, like where I'm from?
Yeah. Was it integrated, or was it like black and brown on this side, the whites on this side, or was it like black and brown over here? Like
it's
a little bit of everything.
It depends on where you at. Like where I'm from, it's all Hispanic people.
Okay.
Historically, you know what I'm saying? Okay. When I was coming up, you know what I mean? Like a lot of like the like black people and like the Caribbean people, the Jamaicans and the Haitians, they be in Spring Valley, you know, or Nyack, you know what I mean? And then everywhere else is like mostly white folks, scattered Mexicans, shit like that. So it's like a couple places where it's concentrated, you know what I'm saying? And then everywhere else be like white people shit, Jewish area, and Mexicans sprinkled there everywhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know I go because, believe it or not, like as much as New York city is integrated, it's still kind of segregated.
It's segregated,
like,
yeah. Like I said, where I'm from, it's Dominicans, Puerto Ricans,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Mexicans, Peruvians, shit like that. You know, scattered black people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it always been like that.
What was the music scene like there out there as far as like hip hop? Like?
Oh, I'm about to say in general, like that. Like I said, it's a Spanish place, so there's mad Spanish music, dembow music in the summertime.
This is when you was coming up, though.
Even now,
yeah?
still my town's still the same. Yeah, it's like I don't know, you know, like how it is in the Heights, niggas riding around with the big ass speakers and shit like that.
Yeah, the Heights is
same shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little ass town. You know what I mean? Okay. Once a year they do a parade out there for all the Hispanic people. It should be lit, you know. And
it don't matter where the Hispanics gonna get it.
Yeah.
No matter where they at.
You know what I'm saying? Word. So shout to Haverstraw, New York, man. I love being from there. I love being able to make music and make people aware of where I'm from, and you know, and have conversations like this to tell people about where I'm from and try to shed more light on it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talent in Haverstraw.
So yeah, I want to talk about that as far as like. How did the music interest, as far as you want to be an artist, start? Was there already was there any activity out there? People that was doing it up, or you like one of the first?
Yeah, but even before that, like my man Nate Capone, shout out my man Nate Capone, he's like a big bro to me and shit. When we first moved up here from the Bronx, we lived on the same block as my nigga Nate. I used to play ball with his little brother. But he's a Jamaican nigga, so he used to be in the garage with the turntables and shit, the big ass speakers and all that. Big stupid Jamaican speakers, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga could rap too or whatever. He used to throw parties in there, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? I used to just be writing my little shit here and there, and then I went over there one day and I recorded a little couple bars or whatever like that, and then I just kept doing little shit like that in people's cribs or whatever, and just it built up to like me battling other rappers at house parties and shit. And
so you went through the
I went through the motions. You know what I'm saying?
If anybody don't know, that's how it usually is. You do a couple of tracks, freestyles, and you start battling.
The niggas, exactly. Niggas be like, "Oh, you rap? Oh, you rap? Where you from?" Like. And then so it was like that for mad long, and then I started getting more into like songwriting and stuff like that, and trying to incorporate elements from my neighborhood and just be original and trying to find my sound. And eventually one day, you know, some projects down the line, something just clicked, you know, like something clicked, and everything just started working.
Seeing the results.
Yeah.
I do want to get to that too. You got a lot of the projects. What would you say? Well, first I want to say, as far as like you just mentioned it just now, I noticed you do rap. You know what I'm saying? You got clever lines. You know you got wordplay, but you don't rap just to rap. I see you talking. You got a story to tell. You kind of like an open book. I want to say you touch on a lot of shit that's going on in your life. So was that something you developed into? Or
I would say, bro, for a long time I was trash.
No, I don't even mean skill wise. I just mean as far as.
But even like I said, like just even like I wasn't that good. It took me a long time, and then, you know, eventually, you know, I had to figure out a way how to put all that shit into words.
Some good music.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. You know, of course, it took forever, bro. Because up to that point, I was just rapping.
Just rapping. And I mean, that's how, the thing is, some people get stuck on it. And listen, I love rappers that rap about how good they are.
Yeah.
But some people do get stuck in that, and then that's what they just keep doing and keep doing. And like I said, I love that too, but I noticed that with your music though, dope ass hooks. I want to get back to that, but I want to.
But then now it got to a point where it's like, I don't have to be like, all right, well, today I'm gonna rap about bitches. Today I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just,
whatever flows.
Yeah, whatever happens, that's what and then I'll snowball it. You know what I'm saying? I'll build on the first couple lines. I'll just keep building on it. Sometimes, I'll write 2 bars and then go do some whole other shit. Just forget it. And come back later and be like, another 2. Come back later, and then something might click, and it'll spark, and it'll catch a fire, and then I'll be like, boom, now I got a record. You know, so I don't try to force myself to rap. If I'm going through like maybe like a creative block, I'll try to work through it.
Yeah, because sometimes you do gotta push through that.
Sometimes you have to push through to get to a deeper creative space. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to dig deeper. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But so, but I never try to force it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you could tell it's like when you know just kind of cramming lines.
Because it's not just lines to me. I really mean that shit.
Yeah.
I really mean it. I don't rewrite nothing. I don't I don't go back and be like, oh yeah, no. I don't do none of that. I write it one time, I leave it like that. Because that's how I meant it.
So what would you say, because you mentioned the project, what would you say is the project like that kind of, well, when you got serious, when you say, yo, I'm really trying to get on, what would you say was the first project when you was like, all right, man, I'm trying to get on, I'm taking this for real?
I did an EP, it was called Everyone's Foul. And that's when I was like, you know what, I was gonna quit.
I wanted to mention that too, because people don't know how hard it is, man.
I was gonna stop, because I was like, I ain't making no money out this shit. Niggas is fucking with it, but it's only local, you know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, locally I was well known and shit, but I felt like I was in a small pond.
Naturally,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be something after this. Like, I can't just, so I made one, I was like, let me try this. And I did one like the way I wanted to make music. And it got received well, so I did a part 2, you know what I'm saying? I did 2 Foul. You know, I did Everyone's Foul, 2 Foul, Most Foul, Mega Foul, So Foul, and Forever Foul.
Okay, whole series.
Yeah.
And you feel like that kind of gave you some more steam?
Oh yeah, immediately. The one that really, when everything clicked as far as like people like supporting me was Most Foul, produced by my man Most Beats. That
from
one.
Town too?
Nah, he's from Cali, but he's like an original Umbrella member. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Most. But it was a 5-song EP, but it was very well received, bro. I wrote it in like 2 weeks and I recorded it in like a day. You know what I mean? But that's the one that like gave me some traction. I just kept going. Yeah.
Gave you like a new battery.
Yeah. To you know, because I seen myself making progress, and then I started making a little paper, and then Forever Foul was like it was like my first full project, because up to that point I was just dropping EPs.
Okay.
You know, so once I got to a certain point, I felt like it was time to do like a full-length project, so I did that, and it was well received. I started getting vinyl deals and shit like that.
That's what's up, and that's the wave right now too. With artists doing the vinyl joints, and so what would you say? You think you had to get out of the town to get more exposure, or you was able to do it by still doing stuff locally, or did you start coming out to the city or going to like Cali and shit like that?
Nah, what I started doing was paying attention to like where people are listening to me at. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was listening, but like, you know, your niggas listen and whatever, but there's 100 rappers from your neighborhood, and it mostly be a popularity contest.
A lot of politics.
Yeah, but so nobody was like hating on me or like trashing me or nothing like that. It's just there were people that were more popular socially or whatever. So what happened was, as I stayed more consistent, you know, I just kind of outlasted everybody. My music got better. I started getting myself into better situations, and you know, and now a lot of people try to get help and advice from me, and it's just like,
yeah, because you leveled up. I'm looking at, like you said, you progressed. I see you got to a point where you even started working with a lot of different producers. I see you got something with Finn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Machada, yeah. Machada.
That's my highest stream album, low key.
That's true.
And then funny shit, bro, is like I did all of that sitting right in my neighborhood, right in front of people's faces.
I mean, the net does help too, that you don't really have to, you can't get out your neighborhood.
I didn't have to do much, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, I wasn't fully locked into music. I was still kind of like,
one foot in, one foot out.
Yeah, so, but once I got to a point where I was like, all right, just music, you know, that's when everything like went up. You
Cause
know,
it takes focus. It does. It's like people.
yeah, bro.
I know a lot of artists give the image that they just be winging it and it just like flowing.
Nah. It don't be like that. It don't be like that, bro. Because son. And then you still gotta live. You still gotta negotiate your real life with all of that.
Regular life on the town. So
Cause this shit ain't real life all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just like a job. It's just a job that you like to do. Maybe.
It's a dream, because everybody's dream is to get paid doing what they love doing. That's like ball players and you know, actors and shit like that. Like I'm living my version of success. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I see it, I shouldn't even be here speaking with you. So I'm living my version of success and building on it and seeing how far I can take it now. Now it's about seeing how much further I can push the envelope.
Right. Yeah, you established yourself now, so.
Yeah, so now do I want to stay here or do I want to go here? You know what I mean? And that all depends on me.
Well, I mean, you've been doing the course, you know, your work ethic shows, like your catalog is crazy, you stay putting stuff out. I want to talk about, so the umbrella is the collective. That's your movement or something you're a part of?
I'm the co-founder.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, me and Snotty, we the first two umbrellas. You know what I'm saying? And that speaks kind of to like what we were just talking about. Like, bro, like we got to where we are as a collective, and I got to where I am as an artist. You know what I mean? Without having to go through the regular channels that everybody else might have to go through. You know what I mean? I built my own table. I didn't sit with nobody else's table.
No, respect.
Yeah, and I just added more and more to what I'm doing. So the umbrella as a collective has really helped me, you know, as far as obtaining resources and, you know, having talented, constructive people to be around that encourage me to make good music and great art. And you know what I'm saying? Guys that offer me guidance, and I give them, you know, and are able to take advice from me, and we're bouncing ideas off each other, and you know, it's
keep you motivated. I mean, keep you focused.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it's like we all really good friends in real life, so it's a perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? But and the business never gets crossed because we're not a group. Everybody's their own individual artists and business. And when we collab with each other, it's for the love, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put each other onto bread and deals and
that's how it should be.
Yeah, all type of shit, bro. That's what the umbrella was for, is to create a self-sustaining unit. We could share our own resources with each other. We could pool our resources and become all successful as individual entities, you know what I'm saying? I'm also doing my label, you know what I'm saying? Dirt House Records, you know? That's basically where I'm finding other guys that I feel like have something special and that could potentially bring or add to the scene. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of the same guys all the time, you know what I mean? So
just
so I want to try to find people that I think are talented and work with them and make their job easier, you know what I mean? So like when we work with artists, you know what I'm saying? We curating the art, we picking the beats,
yeah, I love the
you know
art,
what I'm saying? Niggas is paying for the videos, niggas is, you know, where all you gotta do is rap.
And that motivate people more, because sometimes people get discouraged when they got to do all the other stuff.
And the other stuff really ain't that much stuff. But you want an artist to really just concentrate on
the artist.
Being an artist. And that's how you make the best fucking music.
And you rep it for real, man, because that was one thing, once I started really tapping in with the music, I'm like, I gotta ask about that, the umbrella movement. And Snotty, he's from the town too? Or that's
he's from Newburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from
you guys met on the net?
Huh?
Y'all met on the internet?
I went down like when I first got hip, that there was like a second wave of the underground. Cause like we was talking about it earlier, I was there, like not there, but I was young, but I was in tune with like the first wave of the underground. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mind Tricks and Necro and Ill Bill and Eminem, Cage, You know, when Pun went up there, Stretchin' Bobbito had me in a chokehold. I was recording them shits on tape. I was staying up recording them.
You gotta stay up
my
at night,
mother, bro. 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning.
I was recording that shit, bro, and going to school the next day like a zombie, B.
Salute to our parents for letting us do that, yo.
They wasn't letting me, but I was doing that. Yeah, bro. And I would go to school the next tape and listen to all of them records, times, bro. And I felt like I was like different than everybody else. I'm like, y'all niggas is listening to Bad Boy.
Y'all listening to that?
Yeah, bro. And I'm making copies of the tapes, trying to put my niggas on, nigga. Mr. Lift, nigga. Juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I forgot
nigga, Thurston Howell III. I was listening to all that shit, B. All of that shit, bro.
Rap head shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I love it. I love it.
So when I got hip, like, oh, there's like a new thing, because I thought that like it was over after that. I thought it was
over as well.
So I start going down like a rabbit hole with like producers and shit like that, or whatever. And that's how I found a nigga Snotty. I listened to his music. I'm like, this nigga's dope. I hit him up. I was like, yo, this is what I'm doing. I got my own label. It's just me on it right now, whatever. He was like, all right, what's up? You know what I mean?
And then since then, I've been rocking.
And then he came to 19, you know what I'm saying? Like 19 Entertainment. And then me and him together made the umbrella.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And then it kind of evolved from there. And we just started, you know, working with people that fuck with whatever we did. You know what I'm saying? Like from the ground level. And then it kind of just snowballed, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. And you're keeping it rocking. Salute to the crew. I want to ask too about the Mickey Diamond. What's the connection on that? I see y'all do a lot of work.
He's Umbrella. That's my brother.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I didn't even know that because I hear people talking about him crazy, but they never associate.
That's my brother.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I see y'all collab heavy. That's another thing I want to talk about, man. A lot of artists, me personally, I feel like in today's game, especially you know with the scene we're talking about, I feel like collabing is crucial. I don't think you got to do like a fucking compilation. But I feel like collabing is crucial to spread your name, spread the movement, and I see you do that heavy.
Well, it's important, you know, like, our team got 9 fucking rappers, bro, and we all work together. Mm-hmm. We all have music with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't have to be a group to make great music together. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, me and Mickey have albums together.
Yeah, I see I got own projects
Me
together.
and Snotty have albums together. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always gonna hear one of them on one of my albums.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't think I have an album without Mickey or Snotty on it.
Yeah, I don't think
one or
so.
the other. And then every one of my albums always has somebody from the Umbrella on it. Shout out to my nigga Big Trip, he's always on my albums. I just put Mac Nice on one of my albums, you know what I'm saying? I got joints with Substance. You know what I mean? I got joints with Danielson. Me and Danielson had mad joints together.
I got a couple of joints. How did that come about? I got
That's
couple
my
of
man's.
Yeah?
You know what I'm saying?
Salute
he was supporting me initially, and then once I did the album with Finn, you know, that's when it really like.
Finn joined his
then a lot of the Canada rappers started fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And I started having mad fans from out there. You know, so like right now, like. I feel like I could probably go to Canada and make a decent living.
Okay, you at that point?
I feel like I could, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a couple of places on the map where I could go and just be Pro Dillinger and be all right, you know, and make music and earn a living. You know what I mean?
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, bro.
That's a beautiful thing. So the Dirt thing too, I want to talk about that. The alias or the moniker, what's the story behind that? Because I see you keep the theme with the albums too.
Yeah, I'm Big Dirt, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is from like another part of my life, you know what I mean? I don't want to get too far into it, but it, you know, at some point, you know, I was somebody else, and then now I'm somebody else, and you know, this version of myself is better than that version of myself. But I continue to use that moniker to remind me, you know, of like who I was and who I am now. So yeah, you know, yeah, I'm Big Dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was then and I am now, but I'm just a different version of myself.
Gotcha.
You know, so I like to remind myself. You know what I mean? And I try to keep that theme within my albums. At first I was doing foul tapes, and then I started seeing like people was like, I started seeing shit that kind of reminded me of my shit, so I was like, I'm gonna switch it, I'm gonna do dirt tapes now. That's why all my tapes is like dirty work, dirty knife, reasonable dirt.
Dirt don't hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So I switched it from doing the foul tapes to the dirt tapes.
So what made you do, well, I like that you hooked up with Futurewave, like it's one of my favorite producers right now. But what made y'all do like the 3 volumes of the Dirtwave?
Well, when we locked in initially, we were making joints so fast that we looked up and we had 20 joints.
I was gonna ask you, was it like a bunch of shit that y'all had too? Okay.
And it was fast too, like boom, 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 you know. So I didn't have to record for a while because we knocked out the joints so fast. And then got the mixed and master, and then he was like, yo, like we gotta make 2 albums out of this shit. So that's what we did. And then the third Dirtwave happened because we were supposed to do like a EP just to add to it, like, you know, like a deluxe. And then I did 1 or 2 records, and they were so fire that we was like, fuck it, we just gonna keep going, bro. Like,
Volume 3 is crazy. They all fire. You got a favorite one out of that series? That's a good series.
I can't really pick a favorite, bro. I like all of them, bro. Like, Dirtwave 2 has some fire joints on Dirtwave 1. I still perform joints off Dirtwave 1. Okay. You know what I mean? Shit, I just performed joints off Dirtwave 3, and it's like, it don't matter. I could do a 30-minute set just off Dirtwave music.
You got
1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? And they all be fire. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm like, yo, like, it's easy to work with Futurewave, bro.
Yo,
I'll say it like that.
Yeah, the production is good. How did that go? Did y'all work together? Did he just send you the pack? Because I feel like the shit feels tailored to you. I don't know if it's just your flow with it, but
you know why it feels tailored? Because initially he'll send me a beat, but it'll just be like a skeleton beat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in my mind, like when I hear it, I'll be like, all right, this the beat, and I'll write to it like hard as fuck, and I'll be like, all right, boom, 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 boom. I write the joint, right? And then I'll send it back to him, and the nigga like do whatever he do to it, and he send me back, and it's a whole nother fucking beat.
Okay.
So he builds around the vocals,
it makes sense,
but he needs to hear the vocals first to know what to do. Yeah. When I work with him, it's not just him sending me beats, bro.
I can tell, man. It's you too, cause you're in pocket, but the shit just feel like.
Yeah, bro. Like we talk, bro. You know, like we talk, we build, we exchange ideas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to Futurewave a lot, bro. We ain't working on no fucking music right now. I talk to this dude all the time.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's part of the game too, building rapport too, outside of just music.
Yeah.
I do want to speak to that too. Is there anything that you feel that helped you progress outside of just music, as far as maybe changing your mentality or getting rid of some distractions? Circle?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
All that?
Absolutely. All of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to be completely candid, bro, once I stopped using drugs, I stopped hanging out with niggas that ain't doing shit. You know, I stopped fucking around in the street. I stopped hustling. And I was just like, you know what? I could just do this. You know, like, I guess that's a mind state change. That's a mind state change. That's a environment change. That's like a cipher change. Like, I changed everything. And I just started locking in with my kids and really locking in on the music, and then everything got different.
That's what's up. You don't get what they say, you get what you put in, you get back what you put in.
Yeah, you reap what you sow, and that shit is very true, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really do reap what you sow, my nigga.
So I do want to shout out one of the producers. I can't remember his name though. The one who not the one who did. I think the one who did "Don't Feed the Animals."
Yeah, Bucky Luger.
Yeah, salute to him. That shit is fire too.
Yeah, shout to my boy Bucky Luger. He's a good dude too, yo. One of my favorite dudes. We was working on that project for a minute, but like scheduling conflicts, and then I was working on a bunch of other shit at the same time, so it kind of got lost in the sauce, but not really. So, but once we got it done.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, it was a great project. I fuck with it. Shout out to my man Bucky Luger.
Yeah, salute. I wanted to make sure I salute him too. He worked with some good producers.
And shout to what Ness paints. Shout to my homegirl Vanessa for the cover.
Of which one?
Don't Feed the Animals.
Okay.
That's hand painted, hand drawn.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It was a real piece of art. It's hanging in my house right now.
Okay, yeah, salute.
Saying about the artwork, bro, it's like, People eat with their eyes, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So the art is like 85%.
Plays a major factor.
Yeah, because if the art trash, you're not listening to the project.
Your shit is definitely eye-grabbing.
Yeah, if the colors aren't bright, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
you have to see it and be like, what the fuck is that? That shit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
the only one I think you got, I think maybe some like dark colors. What was it? Reasonable Dirt. I think
it was black and white.
Black and white, yeah. But
artsy shit.
Still was fire too, though.
Yeah, artsy shit. That was my play off of Reasonable Doubt.
Nah, it's not. I caught it.
You know what I'm saying?
The titles is, yo, listen, that's why I'm kind of mentioned to you off camera, I definitely have way more respect for your movement. Because at first, initially I just listened to your stuff. Like I said, we got to chop it, but I see like you put a lot into the titles, a lot into the artwork.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, your hooks are fire, man.
Thank you, bro.
They all fit. It all feels like you really putting a lot of effort into the shit. A lot of people, they just throw a hook or whatever. If it's catchy, it's like whatever.
Wow. And it's yeah, well, not effort, right? I put a lot of time into it.
You tell.
You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of time into it, bro. I've been doing this shit for so long, bro, that I got it to a point where I have a formula. I know what I want to sound like. I know what I want my music to sound like, and that's how I make it sound.
And I do want to mention too, because a lot of the time I do this for people who's aspiring, trying to get on. I do want to point out, like we talked about off camera, that you mentioned you've been doing it long. You definitely put in work, because I see you, like I mentioned, you did open mics. I don't know if it's open mics, but you've been doing shows, showcases. You in the town.
I did all of that,
see
bro.
Pro with the fade, no braids,
bro. All of that, bro. I said, like I said, from house parties to motherfucking open mics to showcases to more showcases to our own shows, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, things, I tell people all the time, I live like 3 different lives, like as far as rap music, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first came out, I was popular because I was a young nigga and I was doing it all myself. I was burning the CDs myself. I was making a lot of my own beats, like, and we had like a little rapping crew with a bunch of little niggas my age and shit like that. I stopped rapping and shit. And then I started rapping again. Then I got a little more popular, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Life shit happened. I'm still trying to fuck around in the streets and shit like that. I stopped rapping. Then I start rapping again. And then this is the...
Where we at?
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the name change. I know you had, what made you change to Pro Dillinger? I know you had something before that.
Yeah, I was Protege before that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I was a big fan of Prodigy.
Salute to God, RP, one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And then like one of my older heads kind of told me that would be a dope rap name, so I started using that. But then people started calling me Pro. You know what I'm saying? So I just started going by Pro. I added the Dillinger, and that was that. I just thought it sounded good together.
It works. It works, and it's a standout.
Yeah.
It's a standout name. It's not.
It sounds like a movie star name or something like that. You know what I mean? It sounds like something you could see on a marquee. You know? And
they're gonna think of you as soon as they hear it.
But I knew from there that, like, I knew even then, like at 13, 14, I'm like, I'm a rapper. I'm gonna be a rapper, and that's it. And I didn't let nobody tell me nothing different. I didn't believe when niggas, it was like, yo, my moms used to hate that shit. Like, my pops used to tell me to go to Job Corps. This nigga gave me an application one time, and yo, I love my dad, rest in peace to my pops, but yo, that nigga gave me an application one time to be a peace officer at the college. I was like, nigga, I'm not doing that, nigga. I'm not doing it. He was like, you need to be a garbage man, go get you a trade. I was like, bro, I don't do that. I'm gonna be a fucking rapper.
That's the class they come from, that's why, they more suited to that.
Yeah, nah, and I didn't let nobody crush my dream. I didn't let nobody speak fear into my dreams, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like, I'm not a gajillionaire off of this shit, bro, but I'm not eating out the garbage neither.
Listen, and you making a living and you making a name for yourself. You're in the, of course, you always want to progress, but you're here right now, one of the modern people right now. And that's why I want to highlight you and give you your moment so more people could catch on. I got friends who are not tapped in, but they would love to hear what you're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and that's why shit like this is important, bro. It's a lot of music that people they just don't know about.
They can't get to it so much.
Yes.
And they don't know where to look.
Yeah, that's the important part.
They don't know where to look, and they're going to take my word because they know the type of music I listen to.
So now this is I feel like was a key part in like getting me to this point is like, instead of just like making music and just throwing it out there, like I just started focusing on the people that was following me and like supporting the music. So for like the first 3 years, I was making projects and just sending like private links to people and just having them cash at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to cater to the people that's actually checking for my music. I don't want to try to reel in new fans, you know what I'm saying? So as that base of core of people grew to more of a base, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, now I can work with this. This is enough where, you know, if I sell 50 people a vinyl, you know, that's a good little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
And then 50 turns into, and you know, it just got like this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still doing that, you know, I still just market to people that are checking for me. You know what I mean? And that shit is working great.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think a lot of people who are so concerned about whatever this person's doing or trying to get to that level that they kind of don't appreciate, because that's not easy. It's not easy to even get that core.
Nah.
It's not love. Some people would love just to have 5,000 people fuck with them.
That just buy shit.
That just buy shit, don't support
it.
their music. Some people would love 1,000.
If out of that 5,000, if 500 people buy something, you made a check.
So it's like, I get it, but you know, you gotta build that like you said, you gotta make it grow. But I just got a few fan questions before I let you get out of here. I do want to start though. What's the song? Because I know the recording process, man. So what's the song that came out exactly how you heard it in your head, or how you imagined it, or how you wanted it to be the final product?
Hunting Grounds with Finn. I did that song years ago, but it's still a record that I could perform right now, and it sounds like I did it yesterday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote it, I went over it, and I'm like, this shit's gonna be hard. I knew as soon as I wrote it, I'm like, this shit's gonna be fire.
Oh, before the beat and everything?
No, I had the beat,
okay.
And the beat was crazy, but once I started writing to it, I was like, this shit's gonna be crazy fire. Like, sometimes I'll start writing a song, and I'm like, on the fence about it, but and then at the end, I'm like, all right. Sometimes I might even have to record it to hear it and be like, all right, you know, this is cool, and it'd be cool to me, and then I'll put it out, and then it'll be great to everybody else.
Nice.
Because I'm just picky.
You know, they say you're your worst critic.
Yeah, but that's like a creative curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always gonna feel like, I could have did this better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I told you earlier, I don't rewrite shit. I don't edit. Like, if I'm recording myself and I record something, like, I won't re-record it. I'll leave it.
That's what's up.
Because I want it to feel real.
Yeah,
I want it to
that authenticity.
Yeah, I want it to feel real. Like, I want it to feel like you know, like sandpaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
When you hear the crackling on
I want you to feel like you can. Bro. Like,
that authenticity.
So I leave it like that. I leave it, bro. And it's not being lazy or nothing like that. I just feel like the way I do it like that is that's how fuck I meant it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So why I'm gonna change it for? Try to polish it up. When you try to do that too much, people could tell.
And it kind of, like you said, it takes away from...
Yeah, that's what gets me over, bro. The music sounds real. You can feel it. There's substance to it.
So speaking of that, what's the album? I know we talked earlier, but what's the album I would say coming up that you could just throw on and let every track play, or most of the tracks play, or album that you love, you say?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
This one I did with Godblessbeatslz.
No, I mean from other artists. I mean, like I said, even when you was coming up, I guess, or
like an album I could just.
Yeah, you could just throw on. You love that shit, or
Liquid Swords.
Okay.
I never get tired of Liquid Swords.
Salute to the Godblessbeatslz, B. I'm glad you mentioned that, B. A lot of people don't bring it up.
I never get tired of Liquid Swords, bro. I could listen to Liquid Swords every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of my favorite Wu albums too, yo.
Yeah, I never get tired of it. But the album that made me want to rap, like really be a rapper, was Takal.
Word?
Yeah.
Salute to my guy Meth, man. They be fronting on that album, man.
Takal, bro. Takal was that.
I was just listening to Biscuits too.
Yeah, I say this in every interview, bro.
Word, that's what's up. I'm glad you said it on this one too, then.
Yeah, bro. Takal is the album that made me want to rap, bro. And then like to Cal and Onyx back the fuck up.
Back the fuck. I was just talking about that's one of my favorite group debuts right there.
Yeah, bro, and that kind of like opened like a rabbit hole for me.
You started finding more shit.
Yeah, because then not too long after that, Purple Tape came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I had to go back and listen to 36 Chambers, and then the Biggie album, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
It's mad shit.
Then Mob did the infamous, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a good time. And then Snoop and them dropped, and Dre, and the Dog Pound, like, and I was consuming all of this music, but then at the same time, I'm consuming alternative rock and grunge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the time.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then my older brother was in marching band and shit, so I'm also consuming classical, the vinyl records. We had a vinyl player in my room, and me and my brother used to go to garage sales, nigga, and just buy vinyl records to spin, nigga.
That was in it.
You know what I'm saying? We used to listen to, you know that, remember back in the day, Hot 97, the channel before it was a classical music channel?
Yeah, because 90, what was it, 95 or
96.3 or some shit.
Yeah,
we used to go to sleep to that. So it was just mad. Then on Sundays, my dad would get up and my mom would be playing gospel music, and then my dad would turn on Farrakhan in the morning. Remember when Farrakhan used to be on 98.7 Kiss FM? So it was just mad shit, nigga.
Well versed.
Yeah, so it ain't no telling what the fuck I listen to in the car.
So yeah, we was talking about that off camera.
Yeah.
So I got one more for you before we get out of here. Recording. What is your favorite time of the day to record, and why? Are you a night guy? You a morning guy?
Nah, usually during the daytime. Like I said, I usually will get up like with my kids around like 6:30, 7 o'clock, get them together, whatever. Niggas is off to school and shit like that. I'm in front of my computer by 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, ready to go.
And then I'm doing whatever from 8:30 to like 12. Then I'll take a break. I'll eat, I'll smoke, I'll drink a beer, whatever. I'll go back to the computer about 12:30, 12:45, and then I'll work from like then until my son get off the bus, and then I'm done for the day. Like a job.
Nah, you focus, and you know, doing daddy duties too, so there's no excuses. My guy's doing daddy duties, cranking out albums, running labels, traveling to the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, past 5 o'clock, I won't rap.
That's it?
And I won't talk about no rap music.
I mean, you gotta do shit like that to, you know, gauge your own sanity too. Because then it's like you're always working.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying, because you know, with regular day jobs, it's an official cutoff time. But when you're doing this shit, you mess around and it's like it never stops.
With past business hours.
It never stops.
Right.
So, you know.
With past business hours. You see like how I'm here with y'all right now or whatever, and it's like 7, 8 o'clock or whatever, like, it's a fucking weekend. I ain't doing no business today. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still working.
Still working. So people think it stopped, man. If you really want that grind, you got to put that work in. So my guy Pro Dillinger, thank you for pulling up again.
Bro,
Rockland County,
thank you for having me, bro.
In the fucking building. Make sure y'all tap in with my guy. The catalog is official. Just let them know what album should they start with. For someone who may be seeing this for the first time, ain't hear nothing, what album would you suggest for them to start with?
Start with Forever Foul.
There you go, Forever Foul.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. The whole catalog, I'm vouching for the guy, but Forever Foul, you heard it here first. Any parting words for the audience? Nah,
man, just tap in with me on Instagram, at Pro Dillinger, Twitter, at Pro Dillinger. Tap into the whole catalog. Dirtwave 3 is out right now. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good stuff dropping this year, so just make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Big 19 shit, big umbrella shit. Shout out to all my brothers in the umbrella, man. And everybody doing their thing out there, man.
DagogetaTv is where hip hop lives, man. On deck with Demi D.
Yes, sir.